What's up, Alchemist Gang? Welcome back to another banger video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe so you never miss another banger upload from me. I'm a life coach. I'm a spiritual mindset mentor, and I'm over here to teach y'all how to get the better version of yourselves, all right? So listen, man, angel numbers in your spiritual journey. When you're at the beginning of your spiritual journey, angel numbers is the first thing you'll see, okay? I remember back in 2020 when I had my spiritual awakening, repetitive numbers is something that I really started to notice, that really started to make me question what the hell is going on in my life, okay? So if you're someone who sees like 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 10, 10, or maybe there's one odd specific number that you see everywhere, like 9, 13, or 7, 11, or whatever, like whatever numbers you see repetitively is a sign that you've had a spiritual awakening and you're being guided by a higher power, higher source. So God uses human constructs to contact us because God's within all of us, and your higher self has already experienced all this, but the human constructs for us to really communicate with God and get the true guidance we need is through the stuff that's in this third dimensional plane. So people, music, songs, clocks, license plates, you'll see different signs that are guiding you, but the first thing you'll notice is angel numbers, repetitive numbers. I like to do like 1-1 just on the clock as I'm recording this, and I like to look at it as when you're in tune with where you're supposed to be going, you'll see a repetitive number. Now, depending on what's going on in your life, every number holds a different type of meaning and weight in your life. Now, there's a textbook and there's a service level meaning for each number. Each number holds a different power and different weight. Like 1's the power of leadership, 2's the power of, more emotions, 3's the power of like attitude, mindset. And I don't really know fully all of them. I'm not really a numerologist, but I know they all carry different energies. But if you see repetitive numbers all the time, whenever you're in your head a lot, like 11, 11, that's because they're, your angels are telling you that your thoughts are manifesting. Sometimes the numbers can mean something negative, like, hey, stop doing this thing, or you're going to, like, I notice that whenever I'm indulging too much in the physical realm, and I'm too much caught in the physical, I'll see 666 a lot. Now, people see that and they get scared. They're like, oh, it's the devil. It's bad. And of course, anything society tells you is bad, you should look at the opposite side of it because they're trying to keep you away from it, right? Spirituality, mindset, psychedelics, things that they're not really bad. They just say it's bad to keep you away from it. When I see 666, I know that it's telling me that I'm indulging too much in the physical realm. I'm too much stuck in the physical and I'm not enough in the spiritual. So that's a wake-up call for me usually to start getting back on my shit. I seen this recently, coming up into the new year, I was just really stuck in the physical. I was really just going on a binge, just having a lot of fun and stuff. And there comes a point in time where you have to prioritize what's important to you, your spiritual health, your mental health, whatever it might be, right? So at the beginning of your spiritual journey, you're going to see repetitive numbers, okay? And one thing I want you to do is you guys got to really nurture this and take it with a grain of salt. Don't let it be your personality, but that feeling you get when you see a repetitive number or an angel number you see everywhere. It gives you the sense of ease, the sense of excitement, the sense of being seen, that you're being guided, right? And those are your angels. That's God. They're just guiding your spirit guides. They're there. You can't see them, but they're there, bro. And it's up to you to make sure you keep making the right things, the right steps, and the right decisions to get to where you need to be. Now, one thing I want you guys to know about this journey is it's not gonna always be rainbows and flowers and positivity, bro. One thing about the spiritual journey, spirituality is about finding self, getting a closer relationship with self. And what does that give you? A closer relationship with God, because God's within all of us. We are not the God. We are a God. We're God's. We're creators of our own reality, but we're reflections of God. God's within all of us. So the closer you get with yourself, you're getting that close relationship with God, because the relationship with God is a personal thing. Religion, they always say that God's, external from you, right? But we're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that. Just what I'm saying here. Spirituality is just trying to find self, which is getting a close relationship with God, which internally means you're going to have a stronger intuition. Your discernment is going to be strong. You're going to have a more clear idea on where you want to go in your life. You're going to just notice this. You're going to notice this because I grew up in a very religious household. Then I got into spirituality, and when I had an awakening, I realized something, man. You can feel it. You can tell, bro. Like, I could just tell that once I started going within myself, I'm meditating, I'm talking to God more. I'm just speaking my truth, and I'm just walking through our life trying to figure out what my purpose is. God always will confirm it through people, through situations, and it's so crazy how God works. God's always guiding us at all times, and numbers is just one of the basic things. But if you pay attention to what people are saying around you, what certain songs say, what songs play when you just get in the car, what songs are playing in the store that you're walking in, and what that person's, you notice that you're always getting messages, you're always getting divinely guided. And that's why it's important to be walking your higher self. When you're walking in your higher nature and you're going down the path that's best for you, you're going to always be going the right way. It's impossible for you to fail when you're being guided by the version of yourself that's already experienced this, the higher self, which is God, you know? And that's why the spiritual journey is very, very interesting, bro, because what you're basically doing is you're unlearning all the things that you've been taught and learning a new way to live. You're unlearning all the programming from school, all the programming from your parents, all the programming for the world, and you're learning who you really are. You're a multidimensional being co-creating your own reality. You have the ability to manifest whatever you want. Whatever you see and envision in your mind will happen, or it already happened in the spiritual. The 5D, you wait for the 3D to catch up, right? So the beginning of your awakening, you're being guided towards that part of yourself. In the beginning of your awakening, you're noticing repetitive numbers and different guidance. So God can show you that, hey, go down this path because this is going to lead to you getting that next level of awakening to see who you really are. In the beginning, your spiritual journey is going to feel very weird. You're going to feel very out of place. You're going to feel like you're different from everybody else. You're going to feel like an alien. You're going to feel like people just don't understand you. And that's perfectly fine because you're going through identity crisis, it feels like. You don't know who you are anymore. Everything you've been taught was a lie. Everything you've been told was a lie. And you get into this either existential crisis or you go through like this like depersonalization type of thing. That's why I say meditating is important. When you meditate, you can keep your mind in a present state to not get so weighed off of what's going on, because you want to take this journey one step at a time. That's why some people deal with crystals and different tools like that, because it helps them keep themselves balanced and get rid of the negative energies that are around themselves. Just start with the journaling and start with the meditating while you keep seeing these repetitive numbers. You're going to see that this picks up. This picks up, bro. It picks up. And you're going to go through a phase in your life where you're like trying to find out who you are, like what's your purpose. And this is when you start to attract your soul tribe. There's different levels of the spiritual journey. The spiritual journey is never ending, bro. Like I'm on a phase of my spiritual journey. I'm like on my 10th awakening, my 10th spiritual awakening, right? Like I'm learning new things about myself, and I look at the spiritual journey as not so, bro. I used to look at the spiritual journey as something like so huge and grand, like it was a part of my everything, and I used to let it consume me, and everything I did had to have some form of like moral compass, or not moral compass, like some form of, I looked at it through a spiritual lens, and sometimes I just took it overboard, and I forget that duality is a thing, bro. You have to have that balance. And me being a Pisces, I gotta have that balance, bro, because you know I'm a two fish. You know, I can be very adaptable, which can put me sometimes as a bad thing because I'm so adaptable that I become my environment. And if, let's say, for example, if I'm partying and I can become in that environment, I'm gonna be a good ass party. I'm gonna be the life of the party. I'm gonna talk to everybody. I'm gonna start throwing parties. I'm gonna start, you know, when I'm very good at, like, wherever I'm at, I can mold to wherever I'm at, and I become good at where I'm at. But it's a bad thing when it's not, the place that I'm molding into is not the best thing for me, right? So that's why I say it's extremely important to, you know, find yourself and then, you know, follow your intuition and don't get so caught up in where you're at. Have that duality, because I could be in the physical, but also could be in the spiritual. So I can't be everything is spiritual. You know, I don't need a job. You know, what's meant for me is gonna come to me, and I don't take any work, and I don't apply any jobs. Like, you know, I was getting to that phase, and that tends to happen on the spiritual journey. You get it mixed up. You get so stuck in the spiritual realm that you forget the physical still exists. You signed up to be here to live this world on the physical plane, to try to get to the best version of yourself on this plane while growing spiritually. So you can't just be spiritual, and because people don't realize, bro, once I had to realize this, bro, like I just have a bad perception of money and different things like that. And I had to switch my mindset, because all this is you're relearning, you're rewiring your brain to think differently. People that like, having a lot of money is a spiritual concept. It is a sign of spiritual abundance. It is a sign of high vibrational frequency energy, because if you can attract a lot of money, that's a sign that you have a high vibration, bro. Because money is not the physical thing, is not what makes it a high vibrational thing. It's the fact that you can attract a lot of it, bro. So 9 out of 10, when you can attract a lot of anything, you have a higher frequency, bro. Because abundance is a higher frequency. Like, people that are in abundance, they attract a lot of things. That means you're grateful for what you already have, and you're not afraid to just give it out, you know. And this is extremely important in the beginning of your spiritual journey. You have to be aware that you're rewiring yourself to relearn what you were taught. And don't be afraid to question everybody. Don't be afraid to try to tell people your truth, because some people won't get it, but you never want to underestimate the power of planting a seed. I remember at the beginning of my spiritual journey when I told my mom, my parents about what I was getting into, and, you know, I was saging and I was meditating. They thought I was going fucking crazy, bro. They're like, what are you doing? Now, fast forward today, they understand. They see what I've manifested. They see what I have spoke and wrote down, and it is here now. Because I was saying the shit that I believe, it was real, but they couldn't see it. But I planted that seed, and it finally grew. No. The beginning of your spiritual journey can be scary, bro. It feels like a very, very alone journey. But when you find other people that are on the journey with you, it does make you feel safe. and you tend to cut off the world. You know, you get very isolated. You don't want to be around anybody that's not practicing the spirituality. But as you mature spiritually, you realize that we all are one, and you accept people where they're at. You know, they either can meet you there or they can just grow with you, because you got to realize everybody's a past, present, or future version of yourself. When you accept that, you really start to, you can move around the world a little bit better, instead of feeling like you're on this spiritual high horse, because I used to do that. Didn't know I was doing that, but you get on this spiritual high horse because you feel like you know something people don't, you know, and it puts you in this level of like ego, but you don't want to be there. You got to be grateful, be understanding, be empathetic, you know, but also be capable of danger, be capable of invoking pain on people or whatever. You know what y'all know what I'm saying? That duality, that balance. You know what I'm saying? You'd rather be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Feel me? You feel me? But I love it, Alchemist Gang. I really hope this video has helped you guys. If you want more videos like this about spirituality, mindset, chakras, the whole nine, comment down below. I'm chosen. Hit the subscribe button. When did y'all start y'all spiritual journey? I love to hear it. I love to get some more insight. So I'll see y'all next video, Alchemist Gang. Love y'all. Peace.